What's up, guys? How's it going? It's the Chase Elliott fan back here with another video, and this video is something that's pretty new to my channel in general, and this is going to be my 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule. Obviously, NASCAR in 2021 is looking to revamp everything and just make everything on the schedule new. Now we know the next gen car is not coming, but I don't think that will hold them back from making the 2021 schedule something completely new. Now with mine, weather is definitely a part in it. I'm making sure not to put obviously like something like Canada in November because it'd be snowing, and I'm putting all the tracks on short-term deals just in case nothing works out, you know, because we got to be able to mix it up every single year if we have to. So that's a good thing that we're doing. NASCAR says they want to return to their roots, so I'm definitely going to return to their roots. And yeah, I'm trying to keep the schedule, each race, as diverse as possible, and, you know, like short track, big track, you know, stuff like that. And I don't agree with the shortened schedule like NASCAR has multiply said that they wanted to do, because if we're going to make this racing good, then people are going to want to watch it more. So if we're going to make the racing good, let's give them more races that they'll enjoy instead of taking it away from them if they really, really want to see NASCAR. So that's what I decided to do. I did not extend the season finale anymore, but I did fill in some off weekends. But we'll talk about that later in this video. So let's go ahead and look at my schedule. Now, but actually, see, I tried to make it as realistic as possible, but this is just kind of my dream schedule, but it is decently realistic. I didn't go crazy on it, but here we go. So starting off, we have the Busch Clash on the road course at Daytona at night. I think it's a great idea to put it on the road course just to kind of mix it up. But one thing that I am changing is I don't like the new way they did speed weeks in 2020, just making it into 1 week. I decided change it back. I know they're not actually doing that, but change it back to where it's 2 weeks. This will be on the Sunday, a week before the Daytona 500, and then, you know, everything will have its own time. So I think that's good, kind of not having it all condensed into 1 week. So this will be on a Sunday night and not a Tuesday night like they actually wanted to do. So yeah, the Busch Clash on the Daytona road course at night, and this is what the road course looks like. It's what the Rolex 24 is on for IMSA. So I think it's a good idea to do that. And next, on that Thursday night before the Daytona 500, the week before, well, it's actually the week of it, we'll have the duels on the oval. Nothing changing, you know, just like 2020, you know. So I think that's a good idea there. Then we have the Daytona 500, obviously on Sunday, like it's normally been, not condensed into 1 week with the Clash or anything. We'll just have it like that, and the Daytona 500 on the normal Daytona oval, and I think that's great to be, you know, right there. So then after Daytona, we will go to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the normal 1.5 miles. Nothing changing really here, except that I would like to put the trucks on the Bullring, which is the short track next to it, and the Xfinity Series on the dirt track next to it. Now, I'm putting Xfinity on dirt instead of trucks because trucks already go to Eldora, and I feel like it'd be something special for Xfinity to be on. But for Cup, we're just keeping them on the 1.5 miles and going to the West Coast right away because there should not be any weather problems. It's just been kind of a fluke this year. But yeah, and then after that, continuing the West Coast swing, we will go to Auto Club, the big track. So I think that'll be a great place to go there, keeping it the same. There's another picture of Alex Bowman winning at Auto Club this year. And then we go to Phoenix, ending the last race of the West Coast swing. Phoenix is always a good track, especially if we have the good package, and I think that'll be a great place to go. So then after Phoenix, we head back east and go to Homestead Miami Speedway in March. I can understand why some people kind of don't want it to be in March, kind of wanting it to be the finale, but we're going to keep it in March here on the normal oval like normal, and it should be a pretty decent race. You know, Homestead's not the best track out there, but we will keep it there in March, you know, a 1 week ahead of where it is in 2020. Then we head off to Martinsville Speedway for the day race. Martinsville, obviously a great short track. In the schedule, I'm putting lots of short tracks and road courses in it. Just like NASCAR said they wanted to do, kind of keeping it realistic. So Martinsville, obviously just a great half-mile track, and look at those stands. You know, it's gonna be a great turnout at Martinsville, Virginia. Then we're going to go ahead and go to Texas Motor Speedway, the 1.5 miles. This is one of the tracks I'm only doing one race for. Now, obviously, they have 2 races now, but it's not that great of a track. It's another 1.5 miles, another intermediate. So we're just going to have just one race, and that's here in the spring, in March. And it shouldn't be too bad of a race. And yeah, Texas Motor Speedway. Then we head off to the Bristol Motor Speedway day race. I know they have not had good attendance at all. It's been pretty terrible, but I think 2021 will be a better one, and we will have Bristol 2 races, the day race here in spring, and I think it should be pretty good. Bristol, you got to be honest, Bristol's an amazing track, day or night. Night's better, but day or night, Bristol's a great track, and we'll get it to be good with all, because this schedule is going to be so great. And people will know that the schedule is great. They'll come to Bristol, and it's going to be great. Then after that, we head off to Talladega Superspeedway. Talladega in the spring. Nothing changing here. April. It's going to be a great race. You know, obviously a Superspeedway. Just everybody loves Talladega. Who doesn't, really? Then we head off to Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Yes, NASCAR used to go here. It's an amazing, super short track, and this is what NASCAR needs, is tracks like this. Nashville, Fairgrounds, this is what people want, and we're going to give it to them. We're going to give them more short tracks and road courses, and they're getting Nashville on the schedule, just like many people, including most of the drivers, had said they really want. So that is what we are going to do. After that, we head off to the Kansas race at night. Kansas at night in 2019 was fantastic with this package. And if we could keep that package, Kansas at night's going to be great for the first week in May, and it's going to be a great race. I know it's just a 1.5 miles, but when everything goes together like this, it's going to be perfect. And I moved it up like a few weeks from 2020 because I think it doesn't hurt at all, especially since I'm adding so many tracks and adding a few weekends in there. So that should be good. Then we head off to Rockingham Speedway. The trucks went there. It's a great track. Cup used to go there a long time ago. And Rockingham Speedway, another awesome short track. I think it's great to go there. It'll be a great track. Obviously, keeping these races diverse. There is no short track. There is no road course. There's no intermediate. So we're keeping them as diverse as possible. Just absolute craziness from each week, completely different each week. So that is what I'm trying to do. And here's Rockingham, a great short track. So we will go there, and it should be an amazing race for the Cup Series. Then we go to Charlotte Motor Speedway, keeping the All-Star open, you know, to get into the All-Star. That'll be on the oval, no problem with that. Then the All-Star itself at night will be on the oval as well for Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nothing different for the All-Star race. Then we have Charlotte Motor Speedway at night, the Coke 600 on Memorial Day, where it should be on the oval. Nothing changing. Obviously the 1.5 miles, but it's a good track, and it should be great for Charlotte Motor Speedway in May. Then after that, we head to the first Cup Series dirt race since 1970. We are going to Knoxville Raceway at night. Knoxville has been just yearning for a Cup Series race. The Knoxville Nationals have been so great there, and that is what we're going to give them. Yes, we are going to Knoxville Raceway, a dirt track. Yes, the first week in June. It should be nice and muddy. Now remember, this is Knoxville, Ohio, not Knoxville, Tennessee. So the World of Outlaws go there, and the Cup Series will go there now. And they have tons of suites and tons of hotels. We could build a few more grandstands if they need them, but we really don't need much more. So it should be a great time at Knoxville on the dirt. Yes, NASCAR is going back to the dirt, the Cup Series. Then we head off to Sonoma, a road course in California. Obviously a great race, keeping the same date, and yeah, we will keep it there, so no problems with Sonoma. Great road course. Then we head off to Chicagoland, a 1.5 miles. Chicagoland these past 2 years have had extremely entertaining racing, so hopefully we can continue that into 2021, and it should be a great race for Chicagoland Speedway. Not changing anything here, not changing the date at all. Then we head off to Iowa in one of the off weekends. Now, Iowa has had an Xfinity Series date and a Truck Series date for a while. Now we're moving it to the Cup Series. They deserve it. It's a great short track, and this is just what everybody wants. So we're going to give them Iowa Speedway. It'll be a great, great race. And yeah, in July. So it should be nice over there in the Midwest. No weather problems, unless, just a fluke, but that can happen anywhere. So we'll just keep Iowa here in July. Then we go on the 4th of July to Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 400 at night. This is where this race should be. You do not move it to August. We already have enough weather problems here, but this is a tradition. Then you move it to August where there's hurricanes in Florida. I know what Florida weather's like. That was the most idiotic thing by NASCAR, and NASCAR said they're trying to help the weather situation. It's only making it worse. You put it on July 4th weekend, and that's where it should be. So yeah, the Daytona 400 right here. Obviously the night race, July 4th weekend. Then we go to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Nothing changing here. It's a great mile track. Sometimes it gets a little boring, but obviously I'm putting these tracks on short-term contracts, so we could always get rid of it if it doesn't work out too well. But, Loudon's a good track, so we'll keep it there. Then we head off to Kentucky, 1.5 miles at night. Kentucky had a great race in 2019. I think we should keep it here. Around the same date as what it was in 2019. So we'll keep it there, and it should be pretty good. Now, here's the Pocono Raceway doubleheader. We're keeping the doubleheader, but I'm moving it to late July. Now, I know some people may not like the doubleheader. It does have a little bit of flaws, but like Joey Logano said at Daytona, we need to have events. This is an event. One lame Pocono race or two is just not going to do anything. Nobody's going to want to do that. But this is just something different. We need to have something different for Pocono. And instead of putting it on a road course like everybody seems to want to do, we're going to put it normally on the, the triangle, and we're going to have the doubleheader, Trucks Cup Saturday, Xfinity Cup Sunday. I don't really have a problem with it. It should be pretty good. And obviously I could control anything in my world here, so that's what we're doing. Then we go to Watkins Glen International, obviously a great road course. Chase Elliott, awesome there, and we're keeping it there. I believe it's the last week in August, or maybe late August, and we'll keep it there. I think it's a great race, and Watkins Glen International, another road course that we're keeping. Then we go to Michigan, 2-mile track. I don't have much to say, honestly. It's Michigan. Keeping the date here. I got rid of one of the Michigans for Knoxville, so we got rid of one of the Michigans because it kind of sucks, but keeping one of them I don't think is too bad. Then we go to the Bristol night race in August, where it should be. It should not be in September like NASCAR keeps wanting to move it. No, we're putting it in August, the Bristol night race, and it'll be obviously another fantastic short track race, just what everybody wants. And yes, we're keeping it there. All right, so here's where it gets extremely crazy. Late in the season. Burke Lakefront Airport. This is in Cleveland, Ohio, smack dab in the middle of the city of Cleveland. Now, this is a airport road course race. It's counted as a street course like fans have really wanted, and we're putting the Cup Series there. IndyCar used to go there for the Cleveland Grand Prix, and we are going there. IndyCar needs to return, and I think NASCAR needs to go there as well in August. So I think that'll be really great to go there in Cleveland. And yeah, Cleveland Airport, Burke Lakefront Airport. Yes, we're doing an airport race, guys. And look at how spread out. They get 10 wide, at least the IndyCars do, on the straightaways. And it's absolutely crazy. And there's an outline of it, that black line right there, where you can see the numbers. That's the number of turns there. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a massive track as well in Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, people want street courses. That's what we're going to give. What we're going to give them, an airport race. So yes, that's what we're giving them. Then we go to the Darlington Raceway at night. Yes, Labor Day weekend. That's what everybody wants as well. Where it should be in September. Stop moving everything around, NASCAR. And yes, we're keeping it there. That's where it should be. So yeah, Darlington, obviously amazing track. That we need Darlington. There's no doubt about it. And it should be right there on this date. Then we go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I was contemplating so hard on whether to put this on the oval or the road course. It was really tough. I changed it to the road course, but I decided I'm going to keep it on the oval, which, yes, it has lots of problems. It kind of sucks, but, you know, I'm putting them, we can change it. You know, if it doesn't do well, we can, this is Indy's last chance to be on the oval. If it doesn't work out, we'll put it on the road course or the Roval the next year. But I just decided to do this to kind of keep it traditional. The Brickyard 400, I feel like it's kind of got to be on the oval, even though the road course would be amazing. And this is the end. This is the last race of the regular season. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is Cup Series on the oval, Xfinity Series on the road course, the 14-turn Roval that F1 goes to, not the 12-turn that the IndyCar Grand Prix is on. And then we're going to move the Truck Series to IRP, the short track right next to the big track, which would be absolutely amazing there. So we're keeping Indy on the oval, maybe a mistake, but, you know, there is always the next season where we can move it on the road course, which, if you're wondering, it looks like this. It's a Roval. That's what Xfinity will be doing next year, or actually this year, the 14-turn one. So in my world, we keep Cup on the oval, Xfinity goes on this, and trucks go on the short track IRP. So, I'm still, I don't know if I made the right decision, but we will see, I guess, subject to change, I guess you could say. We may always move it on this road course, but you never know, I guess. So that is the last race of the regular season. So starting off the playoffs, the first race of the playoffs, starting off the round of 16, is the Las Vegas Bullring at night. Yes, an amazing, amazing short track. This is an extreme short track. It is so short. So I'm taking away one of the Las Vegas races on the 1.5 miles and putting Cup on the Bullring. Yes, it'll be an amazing race. So also, then we will have another short track at Richmond Raceway at night. It'll be a fantastic race. Richmond's always great. I took away one of the Richmond races, but having it here in the playoffs at night should be absolutely fantastic. Then the cutoff race for the round of 16, the first round, will be the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. Yes, another road course. This will be, obviously, both years that they've had this, it has been so amazing, and it's going to be amazing again. And I have no doubt about it, so we're keeping that. So starting off the round of 12, we will have Dover International Speedway. I got rid of one of them. Here's the other one, and that should be a fantastic race as well. Yeah, Dover should be great. It's a mile is how long it is, so not really counted as a short track, but it should be good. Then, oh yeah, we are making our return to North Wilkesboro Speedway. Everybody has wanted to do this. I know it's not that realistic to get it in by 2021, since we need to rebuild all the grandstands. The track is just rotting. Everything's rotting. But it's an amazing short track. We will go there midway in the round of 12. In my world, kind of not realistic. This is just my thing. But yeah, that is what we really need to do, is North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina. And yeah, we are making the famous return to the track that NASCAR used to go to and then let it rot. So North Wilkesboro. And then the cutoff for the round of 12 is, yes, Talladega Superspeedway, but it will be a night race. Yes, I know they don't have lights, but we are installing lights. We will install the lights, and we will have a night race at Talladega. This is what everybody needs, and that is what we are doing. So that will be amazing. So, awesome Superspeedway there. So starting off the round of 8, we will have a short track, obviously Martinsville, the Martinsville night race. Martinsville night race in 2020 is in May, but we will be moving it here deep in the playoffs, starting off the round of 8, Martinsville Speedway. So we cannot wait for that half-mile track. Then midway through the round of 8, we have Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, replacing one of the Texas Motor Speedway races. Circuit of the Americas is an amazing road course that F1 and IndyCar go to. NASCAR has been needing to go here for a while. Tony Stewart tested there with his Formula 1 drivers. So Circuit of the Americas will be there, and there's an outline of it. It looks really, really amazing, honestly. So 20-turn road course. Wow. It's certainly gonna be a crazy one, adding another road course in there, so that will be great. So then Phoenix Raceway, we move to the final race of the round of 8. That will be the championship race cutoff It's not the championship race anymore in my world, but it probably will be in 2021. So Phoenix Raceway will be there, and awesome mile track. I kept 2 dates for it, one in the spring, one in the fall. Don't really have a problem with it if they keep the right package. And then for the championship race, kept it at the right date, you know, so it doesn't snow or anything there, because it's kind of northern, a little bit northern. I just added races in the off weekends. I didn't extend the season any longer, really. But yeah, we will make our famous return to Atlanta Motor Speedway, where the finale has been before in NASCAR. It has been there before, way back when, and we will be returning there. So yes, Atlanta Motor Speedway will be the championship race. It is a 1.5 miles. It is an intermediate, but it has the most character, and it will be an amazing, amazing race. I could guarantee you that. We are moving it from the spring date to here. I didn't like it as the second race. I didn't really care for it after the West Coast, so we will be moving it here. And like I said, instead of 38 weekends, including the Clash and All-Star, we have 40. But if you don't include them, instead of 36, we have 40. So obviously, that's great to see there. You know, I didn't extend the season because Atlanta's and Georgia, it's kind of northern at the end of the race in November. It's kind of bad. But, you know, luckily, I just filled in the off dates, because if we make the racing good, people are going to want to see more of it, so we're going to give them more of it with more entertaining tracks, like awesome short tracks and road courses I added in, which NASCAR has said they will do. And yeah, so a couple tracks that I didn't put on here, but I would have kind of liked to, but I didn't want to make the season too long. But obviously these are all on short-term contracts, so we could do whatever we want the next year. But the races that I kind of wanted to put on and was thinking about: Bowman Gray Stadium, Eldora, yeah, another dirt track; Gateway, which is probably really realistic, instead of North Wilkesboro, another short track. But yeah, I just love North Wilkesboro. Canadian Tire, which the Truck Series goes to; Road America, which Xfinity goes to; and Mid-Ohio, which Xfinity goes to. Mid-Ohio, Canada, Road America, those are all road courses. Gateway, Bowman Gray, short track, and Eldora, a dirt track. So yeah, that's my 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment on what years, what changes you would make to mine, what you liked about mine, what you didn't. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.